So your boyfriend or girlfriend wants a break and you don't know what it means, you don't know what to do about it. And so I'm going to give you some answers on what they're thinking and what you need to do about it. Number one, and this is something you don't need to let other people convince you otherwise, they doubt the relationship. No matter what some sort of psychobabble quote might say, healthy relationships don't need breaks. As a matter of fact, quantity of time together is as important as quality time, and we have good information on that. So don't kid yourself that this is normal. Something is wrong. Don't worry, I have solutions. I have some things that can help and give you the best chance of getting through to the other side and coming out with a better relationship. But at the moment, you need a reality check and to really understand what's going on. They are doubting the future with you. They're doubting your relationship. And this is especially true if there's been bickering, there's been complaining, and you two have just not been getting along, or there's lots of pressure. That's where, in the most basic sense, they want a break from the relationship because it's causing them stress. The best relationships are peaceful and harmonious and joyful and simple. And when that's not the case, and it becomes a burden or a difficulty in their life to them, this can cause attraction to fall. Other things can cause attraction to fall, and that is what has happened if they're asking for a break. They want to see what it's like to be away from you. They're kind of hoping that things will improve. I'm going to get more into that later, but that things will improve as far as how they feel about you if they don't have you. And if they just get that break, they think that maybe they can heal enough that you two can get back together. Maybe. Number two, it's very important that you don't chase, that you just give them this break that they say that they want. And that doesn't mean that in 2 days or 3 days that you reach out to them and say, well, have you had enough of a break? Have you had enough space? You're not going to approach it that way because you know better, hopefully, after watching this video. You want to give them silence. You want to give them your absence. You want to show them that you can, because if you show them you can't, they are less likely to reach out and say, okay, I'm done with this break. I've learned a lot about our relationship and I'm looking forward for us getting back together. If you chase and you beg and you try to convince them not to take this break or to come out of it before they're ready, then they will be hesitant to actually get back together with you. They could turn this into a break up, where now they think, if I do get back together from this break and then I decide I want to break up, I'm going to have to deal with something like this again. So I might as well rip the Band-Aid off and get past all that now. You don't want them thinking that. You want them to think that they can get back together with you and they don't risk going through drama and things like that if it doesn't work out. Don't worry. I'm going to give you some ideas on how to help rebuild that attraction so that doesn't happen. But at the moment, you're dealing with their mindset, and that's likely what they're thinking. So you be cool, calm, and collected. Back off. Let them have their space, their time, their break, and show them that you are going to let them have what they want. Because if you say, no, come out of the break, I want to see you, let's get together, and they don't want to, what that sounds like is that they want something, but you don't. And so you're going to try to force them to do it your way, and that what they want doesn't even matter. So even though you're responding out of love and it doesn't feel that way, that's what it's going to sound like to them. And then they will just add selfishness to the list of reasons that they don't want to be with you. So give them the break without objection and respect their wishes. Don't show up and demand that they speak to you or demand that they see you. Give him or her the break. Before I get to number 3, get more information on my emergency breakup kit. It'd be good to have it, especially in this situation. It's a powerful guide to help you get back together with the one you love. You can get that at myexbackcoach.com/EBK. That's myexbackcoach.com/EBK. Men, I have a course for you called Masculine Destiny, and it will help you be more successful with women than you ever have before. You'll understand women at a level you never have. Don't say I didn't tell you about it. It's really terrific. It's called Masculine Destiny, and you can get it at masculinedestiny.com. That's masculinedestiny.com. You can book a coaching session with me at myexbackcoach.com. That's myexbackcoach.com. Number 3, they expect you to wait. I actually did an interview with the woman who was the character on Friends when Ross and Rachel took a break and Ross ended up sleeping with her. And then Ross famously said, I thought we were on a break. And Rachel was upset that he had done that during the break. You can see that video of mine where I interview Angela Featherstone about that role and that situation. But it's a real life thing. The person who wants a break with you expects you to wait. They don't see this, most likely, as a license. Now, it's possible that they may take that license, and that would be a shame. And I would suggest that you take that very seriously in terms of considering the character of this person. And if you really want to work on rebuilding the relationship with this person, if you're in a marriage, you need to take that much more seriously. But if this is a dating relationship and this person takes a break and cheats on you, that is a major problem and something that you can forgive, but it does not mean that you have to get back together with them. So think about that. But I can tell you that most likely they expect you to wait. So don't see this as a license. Don't go on dates and things like that. Do you have the right to? Of course you do. Should you? If you want to get back together with this person, I don't suggest that you do something like this, because if they are already doubting the relationship, this can be the straw that breaks the camel's back, so to speak. They can say, well, I wasn't sure about the relationship, and then he or she did that. Now I'm certain I want to break up. Number 4, pressure is the worst. It's the worst thing you can do in this moment, because you don't want them associating you with pressure and difficulty and stress and anxiety and pushing them. You don't want them to think of you as something that they want to get away from. And you don't want them to think of you as their opponent, as though you're on the other side of the table and you have another agenda. Because then they have to fight to get away from you, and they start to see a life past you as something they have to strive for. And wouldn't that just be wonderful? And I'd be free. You don't want them to see a life without you as freedom. You stay away from pressuring them and trying to talk to them awkwardly and force things when they say they want to break. Your superpower is patience during this time. Number 5, this is a soft breakup with a safety net. They want the security of thinking that if they change their mind, or when they get to this point where they have some relief and they want to give it another try, that you will still be there. Hopefully, it's something that your absence can pull them out of and help them to appreciate the relationship again, and to see that the relationship was not that stressful and that you two have a future together and their attraction can come back. And usually absence can help bring some of that back if they can miss you, which oftentimes does not take that long if you will leave them alone. But you have to be absent for them to miss you. And a lot of people think it sounds good to say things like keep the lines of communication open and things like that. But that's not what this is intended for. This person actually probably wants to miss you. They want to see what it's like to be away from you so they can appreciate your presence. And they can't do that if they take it for granted. And they take it for granted in the worst way possible when they are asking you not to give them your presence and you are forcing it on them. It feels like pressure, anxiety, stress, and even repulsion. It's sort of like when you've eaten a big meal and someone says, but don't you like this food? Have some more. And you say, no, I'm full. Well, what if they grabbed the fork, stuck it in the food, and tried to force it down your throat? Do you appreciate that? Are you going to be okay when they say, but it's your favorite food? You're going to say, you didn't respect my wishes. It's pretty similar to that. Don't become obnoxious to them. That is a recipe for a true breakup, and I don't want that for you. Give them the break. Patience is your superpower. Get my emergency breakup kit at myexpatcoach.com/EBK. Men get masculine destiny at masculinedestiny.com, and you can book a coaching session with me at myexpatcoach.com. This has been Coach Lee, and as always, thank you for watching.